Hello everybody, it's Haley from Sailfin Productions, and today we have a beginner crash course to shooting with a green screen. So we'll be going through a brief overview of the lighting setup that we have, as well as jumping into After Effects so I can show you how to seamlessly separate the subject from the green screen without losing any detail. So the green screen that we're using is from the brand Lastolite. Obviously, we're working from home due to COVID-19, so we blacked out the windows with bed sheets afterwards so there was no backlight. But it's a really simple green screen to set up, highly recommend. When working with green screens, you want to evenly light the green screen itself. This will make it far easier to actually key the subject out in post-production. So we're using two big panel lights from LED Go in order to accomplish this. And then we're placing our subject, which is my beautiful dog, Ripley, just in front of those lights and lighting her with a standard 3-point lighting setup. So there's a hair light to separate her from the background, as well as a key light and a fill light. And if you're interested in seeing a lighting plan, please visit the link in the description below, and I'll have that there for you. Okay, so now we are in After Effects, and I've already imported my shot. So I'm gonna just start a new composition, and you can see there she is in front of the green screen. So I'm just going to begin. There's a couple things that you can do here. So in this particular shot, I'm actually just gonna scale it up a little bit just to get rid of the bit of discoloration off to the side. However, what you could also do is you could create a mask around the shot, and I'll show you how to do that quickly. So for instance, if some of your lights were showing or your green screen didn't fill up the entire shot but just your subject, you could grab the pen tool and just create a mask like so around your subject, and make sure you finish it, and there you go. And the background of my composition is a light blue right now, so that's why you see light blue around it. Okay, so the next step is really simple. So you're going to type into your effects, and the effect is called, I'll just move that out to there, is called Key Light and Key Cleaner and Advanced Spill Suppressor. So we're going to drag that onto the shot, and I'm just going to move that back. So I'm going to grab this little eyedropper here beside screen color. And here you want to select a green within your green screen. So I am going to select just a medium tone, and you'll see already, wow, that already looks really good. But we can't trust our eyes. Our eyes play tricks on us, and you'll see here there's like some pixelation and some artifacts around the outside of the subject. So I'm going to change the view to screen matte. And so here I can actually see we want the subject to be true white and not have any of these dark pixels around them. Ugh. And same with the black background. You want it to see how it's got all of these artifacts, and that's bad. We don't want that. So let's open up the screen matte. So we're going to use Clip Black and Clip White to try to address this issue. So under Clip Black, I'm just going to toggle this until I've got a nice black background. So you can see there, that looks pretty good. We don't have any more of that pixelation, those gross artifacts in the corner, gone. And the same thing with the white. So I'm going to maneuver this and just get it to a point where my image looks, see, there's still a little bit of stuff going on in here and around the edges. So we'll just address that like so. And then we can change our view back to final result. Now you'll notice here around the outside of her fur, we've got some funky stuff going on. So we want to get rid of that for sure. And we can do that by taking a look at the Key Cleaner and the Advanced Spill Suppressor off to the left-hand side in our Effect Control menu. So I am going to hit the Key Cleaner, and this basically just sort of helps to blend your key into the background a little bit more, helps to, reduce the harsh lines. And sometimes this works really well. However, for this instance, I'm actually going to turn it off because I want all of these beautiful details in her hair. And then the Advanced Spill Suppressor isn't going to do much right now. However, if you did notice before any of this, so I'm just going to go ahead and undo all this stuff. There's some green around the outsides of her hair. And this you can address by just hitting the Advanced Spill Suppressor. And this just gets rid of any spill from the green screen in the background. Now, there is another way to separate the subject from the green screen as well. There's a couple other ways, actually. This is the other way I'm going to show you in this tutorial. So I'm going to type in color key. As you can see, I've gone back to my original shot, and I'm going to drag that on. Now, this tool in particular is great if your lighting isn't particularly even. So for instance, if you've got some wrinkles in it and some shadows in your green screen, this is a great tool to actually still remove the green screen. So I'm going to grab the little eyedropper beside key color and just choose again a medium toned green. And then under color tolerance, I'm just going to toggle this and try to get rid of as much of that color as possible without affecting any of this detail here in her hair. So that looks pretty good. Now you can see I've still got some other tones of green in here. So there's a bit of a lighter tone at the top and a bit of a darker tone at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drag the effect on again and select this lighter tone and toggle the tolerance, and the same thing with the darker green. So we're going to grab that and toggle the tolerance there as well until we have removed it. So now you can go in and grab the key light, and you could also use the same tool we used before with the spill suppressor. And I'm just going to zoom right in and just grab this kind of spill here. You can see there's like a little bit of an olivey green. And that is going to remove that right out. But now if we jump into our screen matte, which I always recommend checking your screen matte, you can see here we're still working with, there's a lot of funky stuff going on, so we got to jump into our black clip, or clip black and clip white. So that looks pretty good. I mean, you can definitely still go in and tweak it further. We'll go into that in a bit more detail in a future tutorial if that's something you're interested in. There's a ton of different tools here to toggle and play around with to get it just perfect. But for a beginner tutorial, we're going to stop it right there. I hope you found this helpful. And if you try out this tutorial, don't forget to tag us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook so we can check out your work. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to talking to you in our next video.